Thank you so much, guys, for turning to this brand new video. I'm going to talk about Megyn Kelly, and she is kind of exposing President Trump. First of all, take a look at this clip, guys.
Conservative Democrat, newfound political commentator, and legendary sports commentator Stephen A. Smith interviewed major MAGA podcaster Megyn Kelly about the state of the Iran war and the Republican Party. And while Megyn Kelly said she doesn't regret voting for Donald Trump because of trans people, which is apparently like the most
But Tucker Carlson, he is a regret endorsing President Trump.
important thing in the world to her, she did call Donald Trump out for his disastrous war with Iran, and she called out her former employers at Fox News for kissing Trump's ass as much as they do. But before we unpack all that, if you end up liking this video and you want to support the channel, please be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and alert bells before you go. All right, folks, if we are waiting for Megyn Kelly, who has at times really lost it on Trump, to her credit, and I don't really give her a lot of credit. I like using her words against MAGA. It's always good when it comes from within the tent, within the party. But if we're waiting for the total break, like Dave Smith had with Trump, or Tucker Carlson had with Trump, where he apologized for voting for him, supporting him, endorsing him.
Yeah, exactly. I was saying the same thing. Now, the people who endorsed Trump during election campaign, even Joe Rogan, they are kind of little bit ashamed. Now they are not endorsing President Trump so much because everybody's suffering. Everybody's facing inflation, higher oil, gasoline prices, and nobody is endorsing openly nowadays. And even Trump administration, Trump is fighting, about Pam Bondi, Marjorie Taylor Greene. She is turning against Trump nowadays,
persuading people to vote for him. Megyn Kelly isn't there yet. I'm hoping she does, because that will be even more damaging for Trump. But in the meantime, when she talks smack about Trump and Fox News, I'm here for it. So let's start with this clip. And again, this is from Stephen A. Smith's podcast, Straight Shooter.
Beginning, when I started the show, I was not really in Trump's good graces. Then I kind of got back in them. Then he got very angry with me after an interview we did in 23 and was attacking me again. Then I got back in them. It depends. Like if you say nice things about him, he loves you. If you don't, he hates you. We're in a low period right now. The audience gets it.
I got to say, the one thing that I think is really pathetic about that is Megyn Kelly wouldn't tolerate that from anybody else. And if Megyn Kelly observed that sort of behavior from a Democratic president, President Obama, President Biden, she would rightly make fun of it. Like, wait, who you like depends on whether or not they're kissing your ass all the time. It's pretty pathetic, and suggests you're pretty pathetic. And I will point out, before we play the rest of this, Megyn Kelly did recently concede that she understood that Donald Trump is a piece of shit, that he's not a man of good character. So, again, she wouldn't tolerate that from a Democrat, but I digress.
Perhaps it's a rhetorical question, but I'll ask you anyway, and excuse my language. Do you give a shit that might not necessarily be in his good graces right now?
No, I can't. I can't give a shit in my lane. If you're really going to be a reporter, an actual journalist, and an honest broker, not somebody, forgive me, I like Sean Hannity as a man. He's a good guy. But I mean, what he does on the air, I could never stomach, where you just towing the party line. You always know what to say because it's defend, whatever the right wing position is, the Republican position. That is not me. That you might as well get a job in Congress. Ew.
That is you for the most part, though. I mean, again, obviously you don't literally do it all the time, and so I suppose your track record there is better than Sean Hannity's, but I mean, not by much, right? I don't consider Megyn Kelly a journalist. She might consider herself one, but she is a propagandist. She is a political commentator. I'm a political commentator. I don't pretend to be a journalist. I have my biases. I have my worldview. I think I can adequately defend them. I think they're factually based, but I don't pretend to be a nonpartisan journalist. So this is, again, kind of a canard that Megyn Kelly's clinging to. It's like, nobody buys it.
Like that's, if you're going to be in the news business, you should be honest. You should be a straight shooter. If you never deviate from the party line, I'm sorry, but you're a hack. So no, it's a feature, not a bug of what I like to think I do.
But President Trump always criticizes media. In every single speech, he says, hey, fake news media. Especially he criticized ABC Network and but he only loves Fox News. Even he hates CNN as well.
And it's one of the reasons why I generally, like, even before this, even when I was in Trump's good graces, whatever, couple months ago, I didn't go hang out with him at the White House, Stephen A. I didn't go have dinner with Trump. I don't.
You stood by him. You campaigned with him during the 2024 election. You spoke at a rally in his defense. Like, I mean, Megyn, come on. Yes, you are not the most hackish MAGA podcaster, but let's not pretend you weren't like hack adjacent. You went waist deep in the hack pool at a bare minimum.
Socialize with people in the administration. If I see them at an event, I'll have a picture with them and have a nice exchange. Right. I'm not a jerk, but like there needs to be an arm's length relationship. I can't need them. I can't need their approval, or it would change my coverage. And the ability to break with him when necessary is too important to me.
Well, again, I guess I'll say this. I mean, she has been willing to criticize Trump before. And again, she's gotten increasingly harsher over time. I will say that Ben Shapiro was right that she was kind of a Johnny-come-lately to that, because she was quick to go scorched earth on Lindsey Graham and Mark Levin and Ben Shapiro himself for their influence on Trump, advising him to get into this Iran war. But as Ben Shapiro pointed out, to Tucker Carlson, to Joe Kent, to Megyn Kelly, and this is one area where Shapiro was 100% right. If you're upset about the Iran war and you don't blame Donald Trump, you are dishonest. If you're blaming Lindsey Graham but not Donald Trump, you're dishonest. If you're blaming Benjamin Netanyahu and not Donald Trump, you are dishonest. Now, if you want to blame Netanyahu for persuading Trump, fair enough. If you want to blame Netanyahu for the role Israel is playing, since it's a joint military operation, a joint war, fair enough. But if you're mad about U.S. involvement with Iran, it's ultimately Trump's fault. And on that note, she's gotten a little bit better, right? Megyn Kelly has, like, oh, yeah, Trump has agency. What? But that is actually the subject of this exchange right here.
But wait for a second. Like, Trump started this war. Why? Why at that time? A lot of political commentators on media, they are saying he is just making a campaign, like he is going to advertise this war in the midterms, upcoming midterms in a few months of 2026 November. So that's why Trump started this, and a lot of political commentator also says he just started to hide the issue of Epstein files as well. But I don't know the reality.
Do you believe that President Trump has us involved in this for his own selfish motives, or was he compelled and pushed into this, swayed to being involved in this by Benjamin Netanyahu?
I think the latter is true, that he was convinced to do it by Benjamin Netanyahu. I don't think it. I know it. It's been universally reported by every paper of record. He was talked into it by
Even though
Benjamin
Netanyahu denies it. Netanyahu, in fairness to him, he denies it all the time. But go ahead.
He did show up at the Situation Room and present a long PowerPoint presentation to Trump with the head of the Mossad there via satellite. Like, that happened. Read the Wall Street Journal, read the New York Times. That's not in dispute. And President Trump then took all that information and brought it to his own security team, Pete Hegseth and the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, and others. And they said, it's bullshit. You don't believe that. He's overselling it. So there's no question that Bibi made a long pitch, and Trump overruled his people and believed Bibi. And that's why we launched the war. So it's Trump has agency. It was Trump's decision. Trump is to blame. But let's be honest. The person who convinced him to do it was Bibi Netanyahu, period.
I at least appreciate that she's finally starting to slide that in there, that Trump has agency, Trump is to blame. Good for you. Good for you for finally admitting it. Be louder about it. If you're really pissed off at anybody, it needs to be the guy who's in charge who could have said no. Joe Biden said no. Barack Obama said no. George Bush said no. Your cult leader was so weak and stupid and pathetic, much more so than the Democrats, who are obviously intellectually and morally superior to Trump. Trump said yes. That's all on him.
Well, guys, did you see what she just said? Did you see what she was trying to say? Do you understand? A lot of people, a lot of political commentators, everybody is covering these issues. But the people who endorsed President Trump in the election, I clearly remember that time, that November, everybody was like, we are going to vote for President Trump. The podcasters, Joe Rogan, Tucker Carlson, they were endorsing President Trump, Elon Musk as well. But after the election, when Trump, started a government, and first of all, Elon Musk turned against Trump when he posted that there is a name of Trump in the Epstein files. I'm just repeating that because I hope you remember that post from Elon Musk. He said there's a name of Trump in the Epstein file. I don't know why he posted that and why he endorsed Trump during election campaign. After that, Tucker Carlson, he just regret voting President Trump, endorsing President Trump. Why he's regretting? Because he says people are suffering. That is what every political commentator is covering nowadays. But after that, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Pam Bondi, and Marjorie Taylor Greene is openly exposing President Trump on the Epstein issue. So people are turning against Trump slowly, slowly, and they are talking openly now. And what is going to happen the upcoming days, upcoming years, like after the midterms? First of all, I'm very excited for the midterms. What are your plans about midterms? Let me know in the comment section, guys. Are you going to again vote for President Trump? Have you voted for President Trump in the previous election? I want to know about your opinion. I'm a student of US politics and you're the teacher. You have to teach me the correct politics of USA. Please consider subscribing if you're new to this channel. It actually helps me a lot when you click on the subscribe button. It's very important. I bring more important videos for you. Till then, please take care of yourself. Please take care of your health. It's very important. It's taking care of our health is important more than everything in this world.